My name is Alain. About my message, I would like to say I have no message. The message comes from our group, from the community we are working with. They are sending the message to us. As I came to Cambodia the first time, it was in 2004. It was actually just for bringing some money in a commune that is at the border to Vietnam. And as I saw how poor people are there, I had the feeling I cannot just leave the money and go. As I was in Breakthrough, as the Khmer community was a minority in another minority. In Cambodia, the Vietnamese, ethnic Vietnamese are a minority that is not well treated and not well accepted. But in that commune, 75% of the inhabitants were ethnic Vietnamese. And so I could also feel the feeling that Khmer have to be minority in their own country. That's why I had the feeling I have something to do. I have something to try. Not just leave the money and go away.
My name is Soka. As we started the KCD project, we observed that some of the children in the community dropped out of school already at the age of 10 in order to work in the field to get money to support the family. In the community, we see some issues like children suffering violence in the family, children the rights of whom are not respected, especially the right of development and the right to participate in the community's life. We also observe that there are limited solidarity activities in the community. Once we understood the situation of the community better, in our group that consisted of students from different universities, we asked ourselves, for the sake of the youth, what can we do to build peace and development in the community? So that's how KCD started to exist.
German embassy proposed that we can start together a small project. Volume of support that I could bring together was suddenly much more than what I had in my pocket. I was trying to implement a small project with the teachers to improve their conditions of living and to improve the conditions of learning for the young children who were belonging to the Khmer community, but also to the Khmer Vietnamese community. And with the time, I could see that I was not able to do my work, my intended work, so successfully as it should have been. And that was the time I was so lucky to meet with Soka, the very young director of a young NGO who heard about my story and approached me saying, Alain, I heard about your story and I think you need the help of somebody who can speak Khmer. The idea with Soka was that we combine our energy to develop a common project. I was not able to communicate very well with the authorities, with the teachers, with the children, because I did not speak Khmer. And Soka and her team did not have a lot of support from donors in order to accomplish their small project that they were doing in the suburbs of Phnom Penh. So we decided that we combine our energies. I would try to find donors to promote our project that was becoming a peace project in the meantime. And Soka and the team of KCD would join this project and work mainly with me in the commune of Prek Tray, with the Khmer community, but also with the Vietnamese community. So, how many children came with you? I just had the feeling we have to do something, because if we don't do it, nobody will do it. One of the first activities that we were wanting to develop was to propose the community of children to have a celebration of the Children's Day. This was the first occasion to let both groups, ethnic Vietnamese children and Khmer children, come together and have common activities. I noticed very soon that both communities have more in common than issues that separate them.
Now KCD has its office in Phnom Penh, and we work in Prek Tray community. There are 3 main projects. The first project is child rights. KCD motivates children in the community to access their rights and to use their own potential to become good citizens. There are many activities including child rights awareness and motivating children to realize what they want to do and how to make decisions according to the wishes. All these activities contribute to allowing them to become braver and more self-confident and to become active and spending time for the development of the community. The second project is about peace building. KCD shares the message of peace to the youth, helping them to gain peaceful minds, especially in the multi-ethnic communities. The activities include inter-ethnic football club, where both Khmer and Vietnamese children can play together and have the opportunity to understand one another. These activities help both Khmer and ethnic Vietnamese to reduce hatred and prejudice. The reason for me to join the Peace Club was that I saw that the youth of the first generation of the club were brave, with good character. They conducted study visits to other provinces. They were respected because when there were celebrations, they spoke publicly, and I wished to be like them. Nowadays, I've become a bit like them. Through KCD projects, the Peace Club can conduct activities like campaigns to encourage children to go to school, campaigns against dengue fever, teaching extra class hours to children in the village, celebrating the International Children's Day, the International Women's Day, and joining with the community's development. Since the KCD project came to the village, it has developed. But children who were not brave have become brave now. In the meeting, the children feel confident and brave to speak out their ideas. Sometimes they can even solve the problems in the community. They study hard by themselves. The community has also developed, for example, in the process of rice saving, raising the cows and growing vegetables. What I like about the children is that in the past they didn't go to school regularly, but now they do. Now the parents don't have to push them. They study hard by themselves. Small teachers teach small children. Now the children are clever. They have learned English when they were young. I'm thankful to the NGO. Before, the villagers didn't raise chickens or cows, including me, because I was lazy. But now I do raise chickens, cows, and grow vegetables. My family is better off than before. Before I was in debt, but now not at all. My son is studying at the university and I still have some money left for my family. KCD organizes organic agriculture courses, and I knew that I could get some experience from other farmers, so I applied. Another change is that before they grew organic rice called system of rice intensification only individually, but now some of them want to do the system of rice intensification together and grow organic vegetables in the group. And they also make compost in the community to reduce the need for pesticides and fertilizers. The next project is community development. KCD focuses on the support to farmers, helping them to increase their income and their participation in the community by developing their own ideas. As a result, they can participate individually or in groups. The third challenge in the community development project is that some beneficiaries think that development means getting results very fast, which is different from the concept of the NGO. Development needs time, and ideas will come from the target community that also needs to participate. To achieve this, KCD supports knowledge and techniques through training, and the target groups participate and share their own ideas of what they want to achieve. So it is the kind of opposite of what target groups think, as development is to get something. But for us, the development is only feasible when community members start to do something by and for themselves. One of the already visible successes that KCD reached is that more children access high school. Some of them can even continue to university thanks to scholarships they obtain by themselves or with the support of NGOs. Some of them are even directly supported by the parents. All children who are at school age are now regularly registered to school. In the Peace Project, the relationship between Khmer and ethnic Vietnamese children has improved. They play football together, they join development activities in both communities together.
One thing that we could not know very well was why are there some tensions untold tensions between both communities. This is why we decided to find a way how to explore hidden conflicts in the community, let people speak out. And so we came across with the program of Forum Theatre.
Tell them they have difference. The Forum Theatre is a role play in which the audiences participate. Through performing, children, youth and adult community members become confident and brave in sharing their problems. If they keep their problems inside day after day without sharing them, we fear what can happen to them in the future. My name is Srey Lin. I'm Khmer Vietnamese. Before the Forum Theatre arrived in my village, there were some difficulties with the language and there were some conflicts in farming. But then KCD came to the village and taught people about peace, non-discrimination against neighbors, and living together in harmony without violence. This brought some development in the ethnic Vietnamese community, even if some development was limited. These activities can improve relationships. For example, Khmer and Vietnamese children are now joining the project with KCD. Both Khmer and Vietnamese have good relations together, calling each other, joining the celebration together, helping each other and doing business together. The benefit of the Forum Theatre helps me to have a better relationship with Khmer and Vietnamese, understanding the difference of culture and learning from one another. I have never known that this kind of relationship could exist. On the other hand, help to solve the crop conflict in the village. Before, Khmer people discriminated against me. I think because they didn't understand and they didn't know about Khmer Vietnamese people. But now they understand more and help one another. They love one another like brothers and sisters and good neighbors. Before, the children in my community did not go to school because of their parents. The parents didn't understand the advantages of education for their children's future. They thought that it was better to let their children work in the field because they needed their help. But now the parents have started to change their idea. They think that studying is very important because each country needs leaders that have knowledge. Thanks to the project, children could think again, and we see social changes. The community has started to develop and realize that there is a need for more resourceful people, so they want the children to be good students. This let parents open their minds and let children go to school. Concerning the future, KCD is still working on the same target and is about to create new target places. KCD also cooperates with new partners in order to increase development in the communities and build peace in Cambodia.
With us, so we play together in the same room.